It is review month here in the dungeon, and today I'm going to be doing a review on Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. Does that sound familiar? That's because I did one about a couple years ago, and I thought I could do a lot better. So, let's get started. So the thing I can really say about Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64 is that it is a fun fighting game. It's a fighting game that pretty much anybody could pick up and play and enjoy. And that's the kind of game I like, when you can just pick up with a friend and love every second of it. The main mode in Super Smash Bros. Is what's known as Classic Mode in every other game since the 64 version. You play through 14 stages, 3 of which are bonus stages, like break the targets, board the platforms, and reach to the finish. At the end, you face Master Hand. And if you beat him, you beat the game, pretty much. So it's your standard arcade-style fighting mode. There's 12 characters to play as: Luigi, Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Captain Falcon, Ness, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, Pikachu, and Jigglypuff. All play kinda uniquely, maybe that's a word, with the exception of Mario and Luigi, because they have pretty much the same moves. But each character does have their own individual moves. But who really cares about the single player stuff, with the exception to unlock characters? Everyone cares about Versus Mode, and Versus Mode is a chaos and a half, but that's the same with a lot of party games released by Nintendo. I mean, look at Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario Tennis. Yes, it comes with the freaking territory. When you play these kinds of games, you're going to be wanting to rip your friends' heads off, and that's no exception with Super Smash Bros. On the 64. And yes, it's freaking fun. The controls in the game are kind of standard. A is your normal attack, B is your special attack, C buttons are to jump, L and R are to grab or block, and so is Z. And the directional pad is to taunt, the analog is to move. Yeah, kind of basic stuff, and it works for the pitchfork of a Nintendo 64 controller. I made that joke in my last review, or my first review of this. This is the Redux, I swear. The level design is pretty interesting. They try to pretty much tailor the stages to various characters in the roster, with the exception of Captain Falcon and Ness. I like it. I like the way the stages are designed, with the exception of Hyrule Castle, because I hate the tornadoes. The tornadoes are mean, but for the most part, I do enjoy the stages and the music. The music is freaking awesome. In fact, the Super Smash Bros. Soundtracks I love. I adore them to death. They play different songs from other video games, but they make it different every so often. Like, they find a way to make it different, and it sounds so freaking awesome. I could sit here and bore you with why I love Super Smash Bros. 64, and believe me, I do have time. But instead of doing that, I'm going to tell you, go out and get this game in whatever format you're able to get it in. It's fun, it's a party fighter game, and, you know, it has Nintendo characters. Seriously, it's almost perfect. Well, I mean, it has its flaws, obviously. What game doesn't? But I love this game. Give it a look.